Okay, I'll admit it, I am constantly blown away by how good so many of these Unova Pokemon are. Orbiting them all, and of course I mean in battle, where Scraggy is no different. Dark Fighting is also a really cool type, which in Gen 5 only had 2 weaknesses, until Gen 6 of course gave it the quad weakness to Fairy. And its stats are shockingly good for how early you can get it. 75 attack and 70s in defenses are really good, until you realize you have to evolve it at level 39, where it will be heavily outclassed. But Moxie is an incredible ability, which along with its very good move pool does help a lot. But having to wait that far into game to evolve it does hold it back. It's probably a 4 or so early on and probably about a 3 later, so we'll give it a 3.5 in battle prowess. And you can get Scraggy before the 3rd gym in Unova and its sequels, before the 2nd in Kalos, at the end of Ula Ula and Alola, and before the 3rd gym in Galar, so that will average out to 4 stars. And Scraggy as a whole really just embodies the punk hoodlum teenager stereotype. It's based on a lizard and uses its molted stretchy skin as saggy pants, which, yeah, plays straight into that stereotype. And so do its dex entries. It immediately headbutts anybody who makes eye contact with it, and they walk around slowly in groups waiting for people to engage. What this Pokemon is based off of may be obnoxious, but it's a pretty hilarious idea for a Pokemon. 4 stars. But I don't think its design really reads that way at all. To me, it always seemed like a toddler trying to like hike up its footy pajamas though it doesn't trip and fall. Like, yes, this is clearly some sort of lizard, but in no way does it come off as a hoodlum or either one of its types really at all. If you told me this was a pure normal type or even normal dragon, I would have 100% believed you. It's a fairly cool looking and unique Pokemon, but it just doesn't live up to its potential. 3 stars. Which will end up giving Scraggy the final score of 3.625 stars overall. Scrafty is one of the more interesting Gen 5 Pokemon. Orbiting them all, and firstly, it is very good in battle. 90 attack is pretty nice, and 115 in both defenses is even better. Sure, it's slow, but it does have the incredible Moxie ability and a great level of move pool in Gen 5. Brick Break, Crunch, and even Payback to take advantage of its lower speed, not to mention its great TMs like Dragon Claw and Bulk Up. But holy crap, the TMs and TRs that it gets in Gen 8 are actually insane. Dark Fighting is also just an awesome type combination. I think it's probably about a 4 in Gen 5 and pushing a 5 in Gen 8, so I'll go with 4.5 stars in battle prowess. Sadly though, its availability has to take a bit of a hit. You get Scraggy at a very low level in most games, so that grind to level 39 is pretty painful. 3.5 stars. But as I also said with Scraggy, it's basically the little lizard hoodlum punk Pokemon. With its molted skin and saggy pants diving even further into those very questionable stereotypes to be in a Pokemon game, it's a dark fighting type and groups of them beat up anybody who comes into their territory. And they take great care of their friends, family, and turf. Well, I mean, it's definitely an interesting choice for a Pokemon. If you take away the very questionable cultural ramifications, I guess it's a 4-star Pokemon concept? Though I do think that Scrafty portrays that idea better than Scraggy, however, still not, like, well. The saggy pants skin thing is definitely its most notable feature, and its color scheme this time does do a much better job at helping its dark and fighting typing, with its darker underbelly and bright red mohawk showing its punk side. Much better looking than Scraggy, a pretty cool looking Pokemon, but still not amazing. 4 stars. So that will bring Scrafty to the final score of 4 stars overall.